Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and an action-packed grid today. Well, a very packed grid. Let's go through the rules of this very new form of Sudoku in a minute. But, well, I want to congratulate Simon on coping with a multi-day power cut, going round to his dad's and shooting videos there. Wow, I mean, it's sincere dedication to getting you your normal fix of a Simon video and a Mark video every day, and hats off to him for achieving that. Crikey, I mean, I was gobsmacked to hear he'd lost power entirely, and well, I mean, strange things going on with the storms, but Simon has survived, and that's great. And now on Patreon, he has, if you want another Simon solve and you haven't seen him solving balance and entropy on there, do have a look at that. It's a fascinating puzzle, as well as his various struggles with Fistamafel this month. There's a couple of videos on Patreon for the month, and we are building up to some new content at the beginning of next month, so we're looking forward to bringing you that. Now, what else have we got going on? Not much. I mean, you can check all the links as normal, the apps and the merchandise and the Discord. We think pretty much all of the books are delivered now, which is great. Let us know if that is definitely not the case. And, you know, I don't know what's next. Hopefully we're going to bring all the apps up to their 100 puzzles, the ones that have been released, and then set about new apps. First of all, probably Gas, and then Cropkey, and we'll do it on a new one app platform, so that Google can't accuse us of having far too many similar content apps, which was a weird accusation. Anyway, let's have a look at what the rules are. This is from RK2793, so I think it's a debut on the channel. And normal Sudoku rules apply. The cage, can you spot the cage in here? It's down here, shows its sum, which is 14. Symbols on the left of cells indicate if the digit in the cell is lower or higher than the cell on its left. So a minus number here is going to mean that is lower than this 6. Symbols at the top of cells do the same comparing to the cell above. So this cell is going to contain a 7, 8 or 9 because it's 6 plus, basically. Okay, so that's understandable, and that might give us quite a lot of information for the grid. But clues to the left of the grid sum all cells in the row which only have minus signs. So this 11 is going to be summing those 4 cells. But, of course, we have to bear in mind that there are plenty of rows, almost all of them, where there could be 2 minus signs. No, let me pick one here, where there's a minus and a minus minus. So that 4 is going to be summing those 2 cells. It is not going to be summing any of the ones which are just pluses or any of the ones with mixed minus and pluses. So clues to the left of the grid are summing all the cells in the row which only have minus signs. Clues above the grid are summing all the cells in the column which just have plus signs. So that 18 is summing 3 cells there. And that's it. So with this information, a single given digit, apparently we can solve this. I'm not inclined to estimate my time because it's a bit hard to tell. I think it's hard to read, but on the other hand, I think there's quite a bit of information. So depending on the clues we get given, I would say this is about half an hour, but you can check from the video length how that turned out for me. And I'm going to start now. Do try it on the link below the video. The first one is this. The other links are all to the ways in which you can engage with the channel. But I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Yeah, so I saw that 4. That is summing 2 cells. So they must be 1 and 3. And this 3, yes, there are 2 minus cells there. So they are 1 and 2. In this row, we've got, again, 2. Right. So another 1, 2 pair adding up to that 3. Oh, you can see what RK2793 has done. It's given us a chance. 1 and 2 in that box are in those cells. So this one is a 3 and that's a 1. Now 4, 3 and 3 were definitely the lowest numbers. It's quite interesting to note that with this rule set, maybe it's not surprising, all the numbers on the left are lower than all the numbers above the grid, but maybe we should have expected that. Up here there are 3 cells in the 6th row. Are there 3 in the 7th row at the bottom? Yes. So that's a 1, 2, 4. Oh, there's actually 4 in the 10. Well, RK2793 has been very generous there. And there were 4 in the 11, weren't there? So there, 1, 2, 3, 5. I mean, it's a bit of a pencil marking forest going on. 17 in 5 cells we can't determine. There must be a 1, 2 and 3 amongst them. 14 in 4 cells, yeah, they don't even have to have a 1 actually. So maybe that's as much as we can do there. Oh, no, this is important. Look, this cell is less than this one because of the minus at the top here. And that can only be 2 or 1, so that actually resolves it. Oh, so we need to look at the specifics, not just at these totals. Oh, in fact, that becomes a 2, this becomes a 1. Oh, I mean, there really is quite a lot of information being provided. But it helps to find minuses following low digits. And I can't see any others straight away from the ones we've got now. This can't be a 1. Ah, look, this is less than that. So this is 2 or 1, that is 2 or 3. It's a bit like weird little thermos all over the place. 1 can't be there. Does that mean this is definitely a 1 in the box? No. Yes, it does, not because of the box, but because of the row. There's a 2, 3 pair, so that's a 1. The 1 in the top row, and there must be 1, is now here. That's not a 2. So the 2 in the top row we can do. That's there now. Yes, we can kind of use the secret. Did you know the secret that 1 to 9 add up to 45? So every column in a Sudoku grid, just like every row and box, does the same. Right, 3 cells here that are making 23. Oh, I see, of course. That's 9, 8, 6. Have we got 4 cells in the 30 column? Yes. 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's try this one. Yes, I'm beginning to think that it's not just skill by RK2793. I'm sure there's plenty of that. But it's kind of the nature of this puzzle that if you have a grid like this and you populate it with the pluses and minuses, you will get a few 30 totals because 6, 7, 8 and 9, like where they're placed in this column, they must all have pluses, and they're quite likely to have pluses in the rows as well. So that sort of happens. I begin to dimly grasp that now. This is either 4 or 5. It's got a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad in the column, and it sees 1, 2, 3 in the box. This one is not so obvious, but actually this run of cells here all going down. Ah, yes, let's have a little think about that. 5 cells in this row that add up to 17. Now I think that is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And would these 3 have to include the 6? No, I suppose 6 could be there. Then you might go 5, 3. Look, 6 and 1 are here. So if 1 and 6 were involved, they'd be there. This would be 5, 3, 2. And that does work. I was just wondering if I could rule out that. Make this 7, 4, 3 or something. No, I don't think I've got that going for me yet. Oh, 1, just by Sudoku, has to be up here somewhere, and it's got to be there, because that is in a column. In fact, maybe we have finished off all 1s. I think there's only 1 to put in. There it is. Ah, ordinary Sudoku. Always a fan. Now, where is 2? In one of those cells. I don't think that's... Yes, it is easy to determine. It can't be here because that has to be lower based on the minus at the top of the cell. So it's not there. That's not 2. And this one is 2. Then 2 is going to be in one of those cells, but this one is higher than the one on its left, which can't be 1. Oh, that was more simply seen by comparing those two. We get a 2 in one of these cells, but this has to be higher than that. And it's in a 14 gauge. I'm really not using the clues here. 2 there. Now that can't be a 3 now. Which of these is a 2? That is lower than this. So it's not a 4. No, that's not fully resolved. I should use these totals a bit more. I haven't really done that enough. 30s and... Well, I used all the 30s. There were 3 30s in the clues across the top. Right, the pluses in this column add up to 22, and they don't include a 6. There are 3 cells. Now, if you work out the combinations, I think you will find that they have to be 9, 8, 5. Then the other cells in the column are 4 and 7. And that is a useful number in this 17 row, which can't now be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 in the minuses. It has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So it either goes 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, or 7, 4 or 3, 2, and okay, that didn't really help, but that is 4 or 3 there. There's a 3, 4, 5 triple. That was actually a result. Gosh, I'm really not very good at this, but anyway. 4, 5 pair there, because neither of them can be a 3. And that means we can place 3 in this column. That makes this a 2 and this a 4. Yeah, I'm not finding this simple. 2 and 5 can go in there. Maybe it's going to get a lot easier now, actually. Got a 6, 8, 9 triple, so we've got to fit a 4 in here somewhere, which could only go there if that was a 3. Okay. Oh, what's this? This is a row with 14 in there, 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 and there. Right, 14 doesn't include a 2. So it has to be 1, 3, 4, 6. Yes, so that's a 4. Actually, that's really helpful. So we get a 3, 6 pair there, which I'm sure will be really helpful in a moment. But that 4 makes this a 7. Then we end up with a 3, 4 pair in row 3. That 7 can't sit in there. Now we've got a 3, 4, 5 triple, so that's not a 5. There must be really easy ways to see this puzzle, and I'm just not getting them. Right, 33 in this column in the plus cells. Those add up to 33, plus those 2 is 36. These 2 cells add up to 9. Well, that must be a 3, 6 pair. And we know which is bigger than the other because of the minus here. So we can put in 6 and 3. Right, now that's going to surely help us get going. That 6 can't be there. This is bigger than 6 according to the minus. Oh yes, what was I? Okay, the others add up to the 33 by being 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Now here, these add up to 27. The cells we filled in add up to 7. So the other 2 add up to 11. And this can't be a 6, so that's an 8. 3 there. Then we get a 4 here. That makes this a 3. That fixes the triple in this box. Pair of 5, 4 there. Now we're getting a lot of the low digits. This becomes a 5. 6, 8, 1, 2. That becomes a 3. It's where it's got to go. Let's try and finish off 2s and 3s. 2s are done. Let's have a look at 3s. 2 more 3s to go. There is... Well, there's one here and one here, but we can use the minus signs across. That has to be lower than that cell, so that fixes the 3s. Now 4s. Yes, that's the only place for 4 in box 2. That's in box 5. One more 4 to go and we're finished with 4s. This is 7 or 9. We need a 5 in one of these cells, but if it was here, that number would be lower than 5, and it can't be, so we can put the 5 in here. Then we've got 6, 7, 9 to go in the rest of the column. That is also 7 or 9. But now I've got a problem because I did the wrong thing with the 5. How long ago was that? Just now. Right, I said 5. What I was trying to say is it can't be here because that's lower. Then I wrote it in there. It is actually here. That's 7 or 9. So my apologies about that. Now that makes the box that makes 14 8 and 6, and the lower number is higher, so we can fill them in. 6, 8 there, 9, 7 here. We can again use the clues we're given. 8, 5 and 6 here, and we know which is higher from the signage. 7 or 9 here. This must be 5 because it's lower than both below and to the right. 5, 5, this is 5, this is 5. I think 5s are probably all finished. Yeah, looks like it. Those can't be 6. This is higher than that one. Aha, so they're 8, 9. We must be able to do 7 and 6 up there. Actually, there is a lot of information. It's just seeing through the forest of markings. Now, that's higher than that. And this can't be 8, so that's a 9. Doesn't fix the other 2 in that box, but not to worry. Now again, this is higher than that, so 7 and 8 can go in there. 9. This is a 6, 8 pair, which are resolved by the plus between them. 7 there. I think we are pretty much done now. Be a bit surprised if we needed that cage, actually. I'd like to have solved it without it. 6, 9, 7 and 8. And I really, this isn't too difficult, as I said. I think that is the right answer. If I was very cautious, I would go through all the rows and columns, checking that the pluses and minuses are all right everywhere. But I think that is the right answer. And yeah, it's not too hard a puzzle. It's just seeing through the forest of information is a little difficult. Yeah, interesting idea from RK2793. I mean, let's probably not see another of those unless it has a lot less information in it. But a bit fiddly. Maybe a bit fiddly. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. An interesting idea. Certainly worth trying these ideas to see if we can come up with really interesting puzzles. Thank you very much, RK2793. Thank you to you for watching, and hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.